Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
I changed the settings because everybody who was speaking was so loud on the recording, so I changed it. It sounds like it might be a little low now. Kevin, say something, would you?
Testing one, two, three.
And Jill?
Uh, Testing. One, two, three.
Well, we'll see what happens. It sounds a little low, but on the recordings it was like you guys were just shouting. I had to turn all the sound down. Okay, so Catherine's not going to join us. She is sick in bed and sounds like she's got a whopper of a cold or something, so she may be out for a few days here. So let us continue with what we started last week, Jill, and get you up to speed on this second section of the form.
Mhm.
So last time we worked on walk obliquely and twist step. Retreat, block, hit. Advance, block, hit. Set, kick, and push. Squeeze, press, relax, and hit. Twist, step, step out, block low to the knee, lift, and push. One more. Sorry, I forgot to do the end before. Um, watch, just watch this one. Retreat, block, hit. Advance, block, hit. Set, kick, push. Squeeze, press, relax, and block. Twist step. Watch this hand. It's partly a shoe circle, that is a side to side circle. It's, but the end of it is a ping circle. So it's coming down like this. That's a shoe circle. And then it's going out and around the knee. That's a ping circle. All right. Twist step, block to the knee, lift and push, relax and circle, reverse, single whip, forward. One more. Retreat, block, hit, advance, block, hit, set, kick and push. Squeeze, press, relax, and hit. Twist step, step out, block low to the knee, lift and push. Relax back, circle, reverse single whip, and forward. All right, let me see you do it.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, three things. When you push, the right hand is going off the body at 45 degrees. It's not straight ahead. It's not at 90 degrees. It's at 45 degrees. The left hand is at your center chest, right? So it's not this, it's this. Okay, good. You remember single whip. Right, single whip is right here. This is reverse single whip. Okay, one more. I like this move because it has such a strong internal beat. All right, just like you're dancing. One more. Let me see you do it. Good. Okay. The next move is called raise knee. So let me just demonstrate it. Okay, so what are the parts of this? From someone has hold of your arms, right? The easiest way when someone has hold of your wrist, the easiest way to get out of that is to use your own hands as wedges. Right? You can do it either way, right? But in this case, we're going to be going to the outside. All right? And remember, it's not your arms doing it because your arms aren't strong enough. It's your body doing it. It's your core. and then step up, step back, and boom. So what's that? Escape from that guy who's holding you. Step up, step back, and boom. So, if someone were just standing there, you can just come up their body like this. What kind of punch is that, Kevin?
1-inch punch.
It's a 1-inch punch. It's you're literally on the person. Your fingertips are on the person, and then like that. All right. So you're only moving your own hand 1 inch. But if you get good at it, it's very powerful. Escape, forward, back, punch. Right? Now, you want to know that double 1-inch punch is there. But you don't actually stop for it or even call it out anyway. It's just, you just sort of glide over it. So you're practicing it by practicing the mental part of it and practicing getting your body ready for the Fa Jin. The Fa Jin is this. Right? You just don't do that because it's disruptive. Right? Double block. Right? Somebody's coming at you like this. The easiest way to get out of it is just to back up. All right? And his hand's coming like this, so you just back up and you just spread his hands out. The next part, we're doing a simple version of the next part. All right, so our version of the next part is like this. Scoop down under your own danchin, lift, relax. The right hand comes up by the ear. The left hand turns, and you push down to the danchin, and then you lift your left knee into your hands, and you lift your toes up when you do that. All right? The more sophisticated way to do it is like this. But that requires, it looks simpler, but it's actually much more difficult. So we're going to stick with the simple version of it. The more complex version, somebody is kicking at you, right? So they're going like this, and you actually grab their foot, all right? And so I've got his under his calf here, and maybe the bottom of his foot. So he can't kick at me because I'm stopping him, right? But then I push him. Now I might even raise my knee to hold his foot and then let go and push him in the chest. So it's some version of that. However, that requires a much better sense of balance than most people have at the beginning. It's much more, it's much more better, it's much higher level. So we're just going to do it a little more mechanically. All right? Scoop under the guy's leg and lift it, and then ask him to just stand there for a moment while you get your body in the right position, and then you're going to push down as you raise your knee. You actually push down to your danshin and then raise your knee up into your hands. All right? Now, after you've done this for a while, it all sort of goes together, and it doesn't look quite so mechanical. But at the beginning, just push down and then raise knee, which is what the whole move is named after. All right? Okay. Roll forward, back, forward, back, scoop, lift, adjust yourself, push down and lift up. And now the final part looks like this. I'm going to turn at a little bit of an angle here, right? The final part looks like this. So this is a double push. When you're doing this, the thumb and the little finger sort of meet. It's not, that's just sort of give you the idea. It's actually palm to palm. Earlier in the form, we do one that looks like this. Right? This one is like that, only it's turned like this and pushing, instead of like this. Instead of back of the hand to back of the hand, it's front of the hand to front of the hand. So there's different ways to do those double-sided pushes. Okay, the whole move. Roll. Forward, back, forward, back. Right. Scoop and lift, adjust and press down, knee up. Right. Pull down, go around the danshin, and then double push forward. All right. Double push forward is a very simple move. You're using both sides of the body to push something is what it amounts to. That's why you do double hands, is just to get both sides of the body in the push. And it makes a big difference because you bring your whole weight into it. Again, 1, back, forward, back, scoop, lift, adjust, press down, lift your knee, and pull down, and push. All right. Let me show you something on the last little part of this. All right. I'll just watch me do the whole thing. Roll, forward, back, forward, back, scoop and lift, adjust and press, lift the knee. Now, both hands and the knee come down at the same time. Boom. All right. Make sense? Okay, let's do a couple. One more. I'll do it with my back to you. One more. Okay, let me see you do it.
Oh, I didn't realize my mic was on. Okay.
Good. One place. When you're doing this, right here, right here, this movement is called moi, which means to paint. It's not the French moi, which means me, right? It's the Chinese moi, which means to paint. What they mean is you got a big house brush and you're painting a house. Back in the days when people painted houses with brushes, all right? So it's like your fingers are the bristles of the brush. One, two, one, two. Yes. All right. One, two. Boom. Good. Good. Kevin, you had a question.
Once the knee is up, what does the next movement do? Is it a sigh followed by the push? Because my weight transfer is such that I think I'm transferring my weight into that push before you do. It's like you're empty. Yeah. Now, so you're no weight on the left foot there, right?
No weight on the left foot at first. All right. Turn, and now the weight goes to the left.
Well, it just seems to me like I do it. I guess I transfer my weight differently.
Well, just wait, wait with your weight until you've circled your Dan Chen. Circling your Dan Chen is just winding up to hit the ball. All right. Everything comes down at once. And then you circle and pop it. All right. Boom. Good. And it's when you go for the pop that you transfer your weight. Okay. Other questions?
Okay, I'll do one that I can remember. Is it's in the transition. So here, it's the question of it's always that you're circling the knee before you put it out, right? Or
Yes, pretty much.
yeah, I think for you, it looks like it's just going straight, but
Well, let me show you how you actually do it.
mhm. Okay, so you don't even put the foot down.
Not once you've got all this and you're ready to move
Yeah,
on to that
I
next
mean, you
level.
put your weight is down, but your foot doesn't necessarily touch the ground. I guess, is that it?
I'll show you the way I'm teaching you to do it.
Uh-huh.
Set.
Okay.
All right. Now you're actually going to kick with this. When you kick, you're always going to use the basic energies in there. Now, somebody who's really good, it doesn't look like they're doing that, but they are doing that. All right. So the kick is Peng Lu An Ji. All right. So it's a circle, and then the G energy is the kick. However, when you get really good at it, all right, it doesn't look like you're doing that. It's just because your circle has gotten very efficient. So instead of being a big circle this big, it's a tiny little circle that big. And just like Master Zhang used to say, if I don't show you, you won't see it.
Yeah, I always think of it as,
Big. What, Kevin?
sorry, I always think of it as when you're coming in, is you're blocking with the inside of your leg, and then you're kicking. That gives you all the energy.
All kinds of things you could be doing. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Is that what you were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Ready to go on to the next move?
Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
So you pushed, and now just stand up and relax. Ready for the next thing. And close and spin. Watch the foot. Spin. Now, this move here, we've already done in the form once. All right, you recognize it from earlier? Okay, it's the same thing. Just you get into it from a little different way. Stand up, relax. Close and open. Now, there's a guy standing right there that you need to hit, right? Yeah, right there. So you're gonna hit him. When you go into the hit, you can think of three things moving toward him: your arm, your waist, and your foot, right? And they're gonna go in that order: arm, waist, foot. Now again, we don't kick. You could kick, right? But you don't. Just arm, waist, foot, and then you turn and step out. All right? When you step out, there needs to be some distance between your heels. You can't step out like this. Right? Because now you're just going to be wobbling around all over the place. So you need to step out. Right? This is just, in this case, a right forward horse stance. Step up, relax back, close and open. All right? Watch my center line all the way down to my heel. The whole center line is shifting. And all I do is raise my toe and let my leg go with that internal spin. Spin. All right. Wind up. 1, 2, 3, and step out. Join the hands. Rock the baby. Turn the hands over. Come back just to the left of center, and then open. All right. The weight is about 70-30. Good. One more. So imagine that someone's got hold of your arm. All right? You join your hands together and move your body. Then turn your hands and grab his wrist. And you're going to move him by shifting your weight to the left and also pushing against your own wrist. Now, if you were doing this in real life, the circle would be much smaller. And much faster. All right? But in the form, you just take it nice and slow. Under the danchin, over the danchin, and then back to center. And let's end actually with the weight on the right. So 60-40 to the right. Stand up, relax back, close, spin, relax, and 1, 2, 3, step out, under the danchin, over the danchin, and back to center. Let me see you do it. Okay, you got the basic idea. You got some details to work out, but that's the basic idea. Let's do the last move that we've learned so far. Okay, got it? And the first thing are two china. China just means a joint lock. There's actually all kinds of joint locks on your leg, on your arm, on your back, on your neck. But in Tai Chi, they usually refer to the wrist. All right. So a joint. This is somebody's forearm. All right. I've got their wrist and I've got their elbow. All right. Turn. Not because I'm turning my arm, but because I'm turning my belly. And then the other hand goes the other direction. So what happens is it becomes just like wringing out a dish rag. One hand's going this way, the other hand's going the other way. Boom. So the first one is a forward china, forward wrist china, meaning this is the lever hand, this is the fulcrum hand. Meaning the fulcrum hand, the palm of the hand is facing toward your opponent. Forward china. And then circle and do a reverse china, meaning now instead of using the hand forward, I'm using the hand backward. So I'm using the wrist as the fulcrum. Boom. Forward china. Reverse china. So why would you use one or the other? It just depends on the way you're situated. You're not going to have time to tell the guy, excuse me, would you mind waiting a moment while I adjust my left hand to the correct position for a forward china? Because he's not going to do that. All right? So if you happen to, china, a joint lock, always happens by accident. You never have the idea in your head, I'm going to do this china on this guy. Because it just won't work that way. It has to happen when your opponent gives you the opportunity. In other words, they essentially put themselves in a position that you can take advantage of. So you don't try to force anything, you just wait until things are in good shape, right? And he basically just sticks his hand into your hand, and you're basically at his elbow. Boom, I can do a china. Right? So, as a Tai Chi player, I should just wait for that. I shouldn't think before the match, I know I'll do this china on this guy, because it won't work. What'll happen is you'll try to do it to him when he's not in the right position. So the phrase in Chinese is da gi da shi. Only when you are in the right position and your opponent gives you the opportunity, then you can do it. But otherwise not. So this poor guy is doing it twice in a row. All right? First, he puts himself into a position where you can do a forward china. So what's happening is your dan chin is turning like this. Right? And then it just continues to turn, right? So now it's spinning the whole way around. There's the china, you let go, and it just continues to spin, and there's the second china. Since you're doing it on your left side, you end up doing this by closing your left quad. So you're closing the quad and the central part of the body, the core of the body. All right? 1, 2, right? So that's the first part. The second part is a throw followed by a block and a hit. Let me show you. Forward china. Reverse china. Set. Watch my left foot. Throw. Block. Hit. Forward china. Reverse china. Throw. Block. Hit. All right, the throw. This would be easy to show if Kevin was here. I could just do it gently to Kevin. All right, watch. Forward china, reverse china, set. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my elbow up against his neck. Forward china, reverse china, set. I'm right up against his neck. So and my weight is back. So if I start to shift my weight to the front and turn my waist, it's going to press on his neck and it's going to move him because this is a lot of weight. Also, you're up high on his body and that's going to make him a little top heavy. He'll probably be even more top heavy because you will raise his chi. Someone who's really well trained, that won't happen. But if he's not well trained, what will happen is he'll feel your arm up on his neck. Everything in his mind will go to that place and it'll bring his chi right up there with it. That means now he's really top heavy. Now he's really ready to fall over, right? So all you got to do is shift your weight from the left foot to the right foot and watch my elbow and press the elbow down. Now, you've got your left hand too. So maybe he has flung a left out to hit you, right? So here comes his left. You grab his left. You come up inside against his neck, right? Now you've got his neck and his left arm, or his right arm, right? With your left arm, right? And now you're going to shift your weight and press down. What is this arm doing? This arm's lifting his arm. So it's lifting his arm. I'm pressing on his neck, and he's going to fall over like that. And now I'm all wound. I've just thrown this guy here. Now I'm all wound up on this side. I might as well come back. So maybe his evil twin brother is running after here. I've knocked the one guy down. Now he's going to hit me. I got to block and then hit him. All right. Chin up. Reverse chin up. Set. Throw. Block. Hit. Oh, but he's smart. He's really good. He's really smart, and he's grabbed my wrist. Now what do? What you do is shift your weight from the right foot to the left foot. Why do you lift your leg? Because this is actually a jump. I'm too old for the jump. It's actually a jump, like this, all right? So why are you jumping? You're going to pull this guy in, jump, and knock his hand off. And then grab, now there's another guy. It turns out these evil guys are triplets. There's another one over here, right? And he's trying to give you a backhand. Right? You grab his backhand and pull it across your chest, and then come up on the other side and pop him in the nose. You can also break his arm across your chest. When you grab his arm, pull it across your chest, you twist it in such a way that the elbow is pointed back toward your chest. All right? You pull his elbow right over that white spot. And then, boom, you bring your chest up into his elbow while you pull his wrist back. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right? So the whole thing looks like this. Okay, so practice those. We'll review this last move more tomorrow. We're out of time today. We'll practice that more tomorrow, and we'll move into the beginning of the next move too, because that's where we ended. So hopefully by that time, you and Catherine will be in the same place.
Mhm.
Okay, good. All right, guys, have yourselves a great day. Ciao.